Every child who sits for their KCPE exams always dreams of joining one of the better performing secondary schools. However, the precedent has always been that many pupils from private schools get most of the opportunities to join the national schools, which are usually the country's top performers. Reason, they normally score higher marks than their counterparts in the public schools. To stem this, the Ministry of Education introduced a new selection method that was tailor-made to favor public schools, a move that has angered the private sector.
Our schools are registered by the Kenya government, and the minister cannot come and start discriminating against private schools.
These national schools are open to all children of Kenya. But we have to have a way of making sure that they are not tilted in favor of just one segment of Kenya.
The ministry argues that out of the candidates who sat their KCPE exams last year, 86% were from public schools, while 14% came from the private schools. Therefore, according to the ministry, it goes without saying that more pupils coming from the public schools should join the limited spaces in the national schools. The public schools therefore got 3,000 slots, while the private ones took more than 1,000. Figures worked based on the proportion of the total number of candidates each of the sectors accounted for.
Let's not quarrel too much about 4,000 places because they are not enough. Even if these 4,000 places were all given to students strictly on merit, nothing else, even no quota system, they would still not have been enough.
We want to see it like a national examination. We want to see it like Kenyan children sitting for a common examination after undergoing a common syllabus within a stipulated common time frame.
Fairness is a relative concept. You're saying that because I'm able to pay and have my child have a computer in my house, therefore that child should be treated the same way as a child who has never seen one. How fair is that?
The Private Schools Association says its members have invested heavily in the sector and asked the government not to punish them.
Kenyan children and their parents should not be punished for making a choice to go to private schools, and neither could they be punished for passing.
The children who come with low marks from these public schools that everybody thinks nothing is happening, when they go there, they perform.
The minister should wake up and go to housekeep his public schools.
Are you unhappy that we have helped poor children also to access national schools? If that's what you are unhappy with, then what the heck are we talking about as a country? What sort of nation are we building?
The private sector wants the ministry to rescind the decision, and if this does not happen, then the president should be called in to intervene. However, the Permanent Secretary Kiyiapi says there is no turning back. The PS argues that the only way out would involve expanding the facilities to absorb more students. Andrew Ochieng, Citizen Live at 9.